all of us know a really amazing, wonderful secret, and that is that all of us are daughters of our Heavenly Father. Knowing that has been a huge motivation to me in my life to be a better person and to live a good life, knowing who I am. And I had a really wonderful experience a few years ago when I found out that I had an ancestor on the Mayflower. My mom told me about it, and she told me that her aunts were doing a lot of genealogy and that I ought to go and hear more about this story and find out from them. So I didn't know these women very well. I hadn't met them really, and I was kind of nervous about just going over to their house, but I called them, and they were really excited for me to come over and learn about this story that they were researching. And so I showed up at their home, and when I walked into their home, there were family group sheets and genealogy papers all over the house. And I said, I really didn't mean to take up a lot of your time. I just wanted to come and find this one story. I didn't want you to go through a lot of trouble or be any hassle. And they said, well, no. You can't just hear about that one person. You have to hear about all of these people. So we had a wonderful lunch, and they told me amazing stories about my ancestors. And then they sent me home with this stack of family history, life stories, a lot of them written autobiographies of these people who were my ancestors. And I wasn't sure how interesting it would be, but when I got home, I picked up the first one off the top. And from there on, I was reading for half the night of these amazing stories about people who were my family. And I learned some amazing things about myself. But I read about that, and I started wondering and wishing that other things had been passed down about these people who I read about. I was really hoping that the faith and the courage and bravery and those kind of things might have been passed down. And as I thought more about that, I started to wonder to myself, I wonder, as a daughter of Heavenly Father, I wonder if there's anything that's been passed down to my spirit from being a daughter of Heavenly Father. And I wonder if I live a really good life and I try to know as much as I can about that, when I meet my Heavenly Father, I wonder if I'll be surprised at how well I know Him because of the things that I tried hard to learn about myself and what it meant to be a daughter of God.